Hello, welcome back, and as always, I hope you're doing well. Right, we're back from our small break away, guys, and it was lovely. We had glorious weather, and I slept like a baby. I caught up with some much needed sleep. It was absolutely wonderful. People down there are really nice and all. We went to Walton-on-the-Naze. Beautiful place to go. Definitely going to go back there. Beautiful place. And today, we've finally got our internet back on. Took nearly 3 weeks, mind, but we're back online, which is great news. So I spent the day setting up the Ring doorbell and, you know, all the devices that we have connected to the internet. So that's over with now. Thank God for that. That was a pain in the arse. Thank you for all your encouraging comments on the 2 interviews, conversations, chats I had with Steve Kerridge. I would say 99% of them was very positive, but there was a couple of snarky comments, I would call them. Look, I've never interviewed anyone before. The only time I've ever had interviews done on me is when I've gone for jobs when I was younger. And obviously recently I was interviewed on the Kung Fu Genius podcast. But me interviewing other people, well, actually when I was a double glazing salesman boss, I did interview a couple of people. But, you know, interviewing like this, there's a craft to it. So, you know, some people was like, well, we didn't learn nothing new and blah, blah, blah. It's not the person being interviewed. It's the interviewer asking the right questions. So I will learn. Also, before I get started, some of you may know, some of you may not. I was one of the ones that emailed the Hong Kong Heritage Museum about releasing the documentary The Brilliant Life of Bruce Lee by Taki Young on Blu-ray or something. I know many of my subscribers also did, and we all got a generic reply from Joseph Chow. But it does look like they're not going to release it. It's the shareholders, there's a lot of people tied up to it, and it was only going to be played contractually at the Heritage Museum. Maybe in the future, fingers crossed, who knows. Anyway, so I thought I'd bring you up to date. And also, only a few more weeks, 5, just under, before we all meet up at the Rise of the Dragon event. That's going to be great. It's going to be lovely to put some faces to some of the names. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to meeting you all. I really am. Those that are going, obviously. Right. This is my Saturday morning comments video. Saturday. Right, and the first comment is on the first interview I did with Steve Kerridge, and it is from Stephen Morris 4482. We know Steve, he does the amazing artwork of Bruce Lee and other things as well. He's a really amazing artist, and I do need to do a follow-up to the Art of the Dragon video. Steve has sent me some more updated work on Bruce. But anyway, Steve said this: great interview with Steve K. I heard he has the saw in the head footage in his sock drawer. Lol. Joke. I wish. He's a great guy, and he's interviewed some serious people who knew Bruce, including Wu Nang. He didn't actually interview Wu Nang, but he did shake his hand. Betty Ting Pei, the list goes on and on. The stuntman he interviewed and produced a Blu-ray set as a tribute was excellently done. I rate his books and mags as the best worldwide on Bruce Lee. I agree totally, mate. I do too. They are simply the best books out there, in my opinion. And yours. Thanks for the comment, Steve. I hope you're carrying on with the great work. Cheers, buddy. Right, the next comment is from Michael Holmes 4374. And Michael wrote this: maybe I'm too hardcore, but I knew everything that was said. Good interview for the unenlightened. My videos, mate, are for all Bruce Lee fans. Some people that are well knowledgeable on Bruce, and maybe some that ain't, and they're learning. So I try and cover some really in-depth stuff and maybe some basic stuff for everybody to enjoy. I did appreciate your comment, oh enlightened one. Right. The next one is from George Vizzy 7206, and George wrote this: nice interview. In the future, please make an interview with George Tan and David Tadman, Bruce Lee historians. I was very, very fortunate that Steve agreed to do interviews with me or let me talk to him on video. I was very, very lucky. It's not normally what I do, but it is something I would be interested in doing in the future. And if I can figure out how to do a Zoom chat and record it and it all comes out okay, if I can, I may try and do one with Tom Bleecker. Apparently there might be a chance. I'm not sure on this, just someone messaged me and told me that he would agree to do it if I reached out to him. But I've got to figure out a whole bunch of new stuff yet. And as you know, to do with that side of things, I've still never ever done a live chat yet, because I've not got it all set up quite right and it's all new to me. But I would love to interview Georgetown and David Tabman, but again, you know, I was very, very lucky to get Steve Kerridge, but who knows what's going to happen in the future? Who knows? It's all like moves by itself, this channel nowadays. And that's it. But thanks for your comment, mate. I do appreciate it. Well, this next video is on the big unboxing I did. You know, when I got amazing gifts from Pete Reynolds, Mark Green, and of course Budgie29. Still kind of wild. I've sorted out some of it, but I've still got to go through it all and sort it all out. Well, anyway, this is from Professor Echo Media, and he wrote this. I can't stomach Kung Fu TV series anymore since I learned about Bruce being shafted so bad by it. I've not actually watched Kung Fu in years. I really do like the theme tune though. On the first DVD of season 1, there's an interview with the show's producer, and he has the gall to say Bruce auditioned to play Kane, but the producer laughed him out of the studio, claiming he couldn't understand a word that Bruce said. What an arsehole. Right, I've heard this a lot, that people couldn't really understand Bruce Lee. I personally find Bruce Lee's English very, very easy to understand. But don't take my word for it. Listen to what James Garner as Marlowe said to Bruce Lee as Winslow Wong.
Winslow Wong. That is I.
I like a man who uses good grammar. You impress me, Mr. Wong.
Enough said. Appreciated your comment, mate, and I haven't seen a Kung Fu TV show for years, so maybe I should watch a couple. I think they're on YouTube. Maybe I should watch a couple and see how good or bad they were. Brandon Lee appeared in a couple of them, didn't he? At least one. Cheers for your comment, mate. I do appreciate it. Right, the next one is from Jim Ruggiero 5241. And Jim wrote, I'm happy you're able to express other passions, Stripey, but what the hell happened to your vinyl music videos? Miss them. I have addressed this in videos before. Yes, I went down a different path. I used to do record reviews, music reviews, stuff like that, and the odd film, and always the odd Bruce Lee video. But just over a year ago, I simply asked. So my question to you guys is this. Would you like to see more Bruce Lee content on my channel? And overwhelmingly, people said, yes, they want to see more Bruce Lee content. So that's what I decided to do. This comment is from Dave O'Neill 404. And this was on my Steve Kerridge 2 video. Fantastic. A very interesting and amazing episode again, Stripey. Massive fan of what Steve and Darren do at Bruce Lee Forever. On the subject of missing scenes and the Fortune Star Media, their site has full run times of the films, which doesn't correspond with the ones we have. Example, Big Boss 115 minutes on their site. It is 115 minutes on their website. I did check. Why 115? Are they sitting on more and waiting to do a full release in the future? Also read on a forum that until Arrow asked Fortune Star Media, the previous companies, Media Asia etc., never asked about the unreleased footage. Maybe BS. He's right though. It does say 115 minutes on their website, and the Mandarin cut is only 110 minutes. Is there 5 minutes of footage, or is it different zones? You know, time differences in different places like America's. I don't really understand how it works. Some videos run faster. I'm not really sure, but if any of you guys can sort of clear this up, I would appreciate it in the comments, because it does say on Fortune Star website 115 minutes for the Big Boss. Let me know if any of you guys can clear that up. Great comment though, mate. I did appreciate it. Right, and finally, a comment from Digita 3578. And he said this: everyone cashes in on Bruce, even now, 50 years after his death. Please press the subscribe button. What do you even say to that?
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Anyway, that's all I've got time for today, guys. I will be getting some sort of video done in the week. Not sure what I'm going to do it on yet. Maybe Game of Death 2. I watched it again this morning. Possibly. I do need to get that one out of the way and then get back with some regular uploads. But like I said to you a video or two ago, I may just stick to one in the week and the Saturday comments video at the moment. Because like I said, I do all this myself and it is a lot of work. Right, thanks for watching. I'm glad to be back online. It's great. I want to thank everyone who comments on the videos. My new patrons, thank you. You guys are amazing. And everybody who's took the time to give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, give me grief, whatever. I appreciate you all. Have yourselves an amazing weekend, guys. Much love. And I'll be back with another ramble real soon. You take care of yourselves now.